qadangartial el alzil se longe del urior el gireltial togubet sel press conference rigid el votationing ra omtera blur amrigel ma omtera blur belau el mosaing ra grant agreement el girel la omsubel o darulab es el hospital rigid. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here this morning for a special press conference to witness the signing of a U.S. TDA grant agreement between the Republic of Palau and the United States of America. Before we proceed, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce everyone that is gathered here this morning for this momentous occasion. So as you can see, we have here this morning His Excellency President Surangal Whips Jr., and he is accompanied by a fairly large Palau delegation because this is a proud moment for all of us. Honorable Vice President J. Udo Sangpao Sr., Madam Victoria Vicky Ngiratkakilkanay, Delegate of Iray State, but also the chairperson for the House Committee on Health, Social and Cultural Affairs. She also was a member of the Hospital Relocation Task Force. We also have here with us this morning two very experienced people in the healthcare sector. Mrs. Sandra Pirantosi, who also currently sits on the Palau National Hospital Authority, as well as Dr. Greg Dever, Ngultutarubak. We also have members of the cabinet present here with us this morning. Minister Dale Jenkins, Minister Ngiray Balast Matul, as well as Minister Gustav Aitaro and Minister Stephen Victor. Sitting in for Minister of Finance is Director John Tarong, and sitting in for the Minister of Health and Human Services is Ms. Arnis Yuji, Director of Health Services Administration. With the U.S. Ambassador, His Excellency Joel Ehrenreich, are two of his staff, Mr. Jack Chesbro, who is his Public Affairs Officer, and Mr. Nar, Political and Economic Chief, Nardao. Ambassador, my apologies. I almost introduced Minister Obiang as one of your people. But Honorable Honorable Charles E.R. Obiang is sitting in on the side with the U.S. Ambassador only because of ease of signing the agreements. He will be the signatory on behalf of the Republic of Palau.
But it is a partnership, so it's okay.
Exactly, exactly.
It is a partnership, correct, Mr. President. So it is not unlikely that he's sitting there. It's very likely, and it was planned as part of this. So let us proceed with this morning's proceedings and ask His Excellency President Surangal Whips Jr. to give us brief remarks this morning.
First of all, good morning, Ambassador. Urturge, Madam Vice President, Ms. Pirantosi, Dolor Tora, Madam Delegate Dolor Tora Brigel, Okiak Sangarida, Adram Brigel. Mlamadusus. So, all protocols observed will continue, and I want to, first of all, this is a great day. It's a great day for us to celebrate the partnership. And I know as you came in, Ambassador, you reminded us that when we first spoke, when you on your first day in presenting your credentials, the hospital was brought up. And I think we all know that we are grateful to the United States for the existing hospital. It was back in 1992 that it was completed, and at the time, everyone felt that it was built in the right place, and it was good for our long-term vision of Palau. That was, I think, prior to climate change. And we've learned since then that every typhoon that we've had, they end up taking patients out of the hospital and trying to push them up the hill to this office to keep them safe in case the storm surge would come in. We also saw the very high tides just recently. And just a reminder that we have to plan for the future. We have to be able to adapt and be prepared. The current hospital we have is all on one floor. And if we did have that catastrophe, it would wipe out all hospital services in Palau. So we are truly grateful for the partnership that we're announcing today between the U.S. TDA, the U.S. Trade and Development Agency of the United States, with MPII, the Ministry of Public Industries and Infrastructure, to conduct a feasibility study. And this feasibility study grant amount is $2.37 million. And I think that's just a reflection of the scale of the project that we're about to embark on and how important it is to the lives and the people of Palau. We really appreciate the USTDA for its support on this feasibility study. It will enhance our healthcare capabilities and really prepare us for the future, for the increasing environmental challenges that we're having. We also, when the recent visits by our members of Congress and the Senate here, one of the things that we mentioned was we are grateful under the new compact that our veterans returning to Palau will get service. But I think one of the great opportunities that we have with this new facility is also being able to ensure that maybe some of those services can be provided here in Palau. So this is important because, they fought alongside our brothers and sisters from the United States in defending freedom and democracy, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of. And in any way we can continue to help in that regard is so important. Really, the importance of this feasibility study is really an objective view and really looking long-term and saying, let's secure the right location, the best location, not only for today, but looking down 50 years down the road, because we don't want to have to relocate the hospital after 50 years. I think that's or 30 years, or, we want to plan for the future. And then that's why it's so important that a good study is done, and that we do it objectively. And I know sometimes there's been a lot of interest. Everybody wants the hospital, and that's good. And so we should use our consultants who are going to help us through this process, give them all the information so they can make the best, show us the best recommendations possible. This, I think our administration has really been committed to improving our health sector, and it has been a story of partnership with Japan, upgrading the facilities, but even under the current compact, all the upgrades to ensure that the existing facility the life can be extended until we get the new facility ready. And we also want to acknowledge the USTDA's support for helping us in the telecommunications network. As we know, PNCC, through a very substantial grants from the United States, with the upgrading of our mobile network and also the fiber network, it's important that we have clean networks. And the USTDA has been a critical partner in helping us navigate and coming up with the best plans to execute that so that we have safe and secure networks down the road. So I just want to, once again, on behalf of the people of Palau, thank the United States for the continued partnership and another great project that we can work together and hopefully see the new hospital in a place that we all can look forward to using for many years to come. So thank you, Ambassador.
Well, thank you, President Whips, and I share your sentiment. I think this is very exciting, and I'm just honored to be here representing the United States today, honored to be here with the leadership in Palau's government, particularly Minister Obiang today, who will be the co-signer. I think this collaboration demonstrates just how strong and enduring U.S.-Palau relations are, and it gives us a chance together to advance healthcare and resiliency in Palau and set the stage for future collaboration on sustainability, perhaps not just for Palau, but for the region. So I'm very excited. Like you said, we talked about this from the very first day I was in Palau. I'm glad to see that we've reached this important step. And this is not something that just came out of our heads for no reason. We noticed that this was in Palau's National Development Plan, and we've listened to the people of Palau tell us that this is an important project. So we're just proud and honored to be working with you on it.
Thank you, Excellencies, for those remarks. At this time, may I invite Minister Obiang to share a few remarks regarding the project's objectives.
Mr. President, Ambassador, and everyone. Ambassador, the task force has completed its work under the task force that was created by President Whips. And I think we have several small committees within the task force that everyone was assigned for looking for funding, looking for location, and those other areas that are critical to identify the site. I think identifying the site was the main task of the task force, that's where the work begins. So we're grateful for U.S. assistance and support. We're also grateful for the 3 states that have identified certain locations within their state and inform the task force and the national government that these are the sites that we can give to the national government for this very important project. And those 3 states are state of Koror, state of Iray, and state of Ngatpang. And I'm glad to say that they're within the perimeters that task force believe that the locations are within those requirements or some of the reasons why it has to be within those 3 states. So we thank them for those. The big thank you is to you and U.S. for opening that account to start the real work. Now it's millions, but I'm sure the big ones are coming later when we start construction. So thank you very much.
Malmasulang ang Minister Obiang Raigel al dilu ay silk mo tialurio raw lumo ler selurere la task force el lirar kakarus el other belaw lo sigak mo tel hospital ngungilal porkir mangkaldel beluam la odar sa utamal may el ngarsel ngara al sela karan sel selom das waringia task force engirel lungilal nganya hospital mansab el server other belaw roguy aygel kaldel belua belur orior ma belur ray ma belur ngatpang el atial el ngeswel dollar ngira belur amrigel el may amo ngoita trigel tira semong ratelel o la hospital el memsuba gel kaldel utama mo brura recommendation al mera arang la leadership rabulur belal wasay ngargera ko tulungil basyo labor nga utama igida ko commercial longingil sel tial lomsub maogod la hospital awri resay gida lomsubela USDDA the Trade and Development Agency. At this time this is the most important part of our morning, the signing of the grant agreement. The 2 signatories, as has been mentioned before, will be Ambassador Aaron Drake for the U.S. and Minister Obiang for the Republic of Palau.
And we both have long names, so
Yes.
everybody just relax. Oh, you have much better handwriting than I do.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Mr. President, Mr. Ambassador, congratulations on this agreement that continues to forge the relationship and the partnership between the United States of America and the Republic of Palau. Dreams do come true, even if they come in phases. Thank you all for joining this morning's ceremony. Thank you, members of the Palau Media Council and other members of the media, for joining us in this momentous occasion to witness this important event. Do you have any questions?
Media. Kamu tiyan may ganun sa.
Okay, señor Juárez. La cuestión es que vamos Minister, kora di siya kadi miskida kora timeline tele feasibility study ko siyang mo ko titatamang mo kara.
Diam sulara malungil gere ngawakla el atiagidia o lela udor el dabaring isel maral meringelo o lela udor magkita tiare el alma ngutial ngeso nara merigel mei etiai abodos beringilu douda el mo ohara or tirigel experts el bol sender tira merigel mal ube tirigel gukpoto tir el mongo sugi del evaluate assess saigal basyor bla lodar saigal del state mengora dirga abodo uro lo pentrir tirgi del expert mar consultant mar engineers mang dirga gora meringi del wasing lamal wangarang di a presidenta o modangli amande tringe wa sekador dir sil gotel mere del timing magat mokultial hospital.
Ali, I just have a question. Just for clarification, I just want to know, are the 3 sites public land sites?
YC task force amlo o mesayel sel site tablet offering ya a state rangat pang en public land rabalurang at pang ma leadership rabalurang at pang au dersil me ay state ray mga sisiul YC a oror may gel luldar sel pasyol may a diregal leadership rabalur orora a ungara lagi gidal klalo mang nebla katakl al dadu el moraigal del state tawasing girela utama el tamela a state malubeng public land a state yung other seal mera national government. You can ask about funding or from ambassador.
I just remembered my Palauan language capabilities are limited, but I think Toku Betu seals.
If there are no more questions, thank you everyone once again for joining us this Wednesday morning for this Toku Bits. Have a good